Hello, welcome to another video from edequity.org. We are an organization that hopes to provide free education for every children around the world. And today I'm going to be teaching a concept from Algebra 1. My name is Jerry and I'm going to teach linear equations with unknown coefficients. So first, we need to know what is a coefficient. So the coefficient of a number is just a number that is in front of the variable. And the variable is just an unknown number like x, y, or z. So the coefficient in 5x would be the 5, in a half y would be the a half, and or 0.7z will be 0.7. And so what does it mean to solve linear equations with unknown coefficients? One example question could be 5x plus rz equals 6y minus r. So here we do not know what is r, and r is the unknown coefficient. And the question might ask you to solve for what is r. So we're gonna look into how to solve for that today. So let's look at some specific questions to practice. So number 1, d times negative 3 plus x equals kx plus 9. So this question asks us to solve for x. So first we need to do the distributive property and multiply d into the parentheses, so we get negative 3d plus dx equals kx plus 9. And since we need to solve for x, we need to group x onto one side of the equation and move everything else to the other side of the equation. So we get dx minus kx equals 9 plus 3d. So now we have x on the left side of the equation, and we can factor it out. X parentheses d minus k equals 9 plus 3d. And now we can just divide both sides of the equation by d minus x, and we get x equals 9 plus 3d over d minus k. Okay, let's do another one. So ax plus 3x equals bx plus 5. So in this one, we also need to solve for x. And let's do the same thing. We take the bx on the right side and move it to the left side of the equation. We get ax minus 3x minus bx equals 5. Now we factor x out and we get a minus 3 minus b equals 5. And we can just divide that over and get 5 over a minus 3 minus b. Let's do 3 more. So in this question, n times 17 plus x equals 34x minus r. And we do the same thing, we distribute the n, we get 17n plus nx equals 34x minus r. And we move everything around and we get, by the way, this question also asks you to solve for x. And you move x to one side of the equation, you get nx minus 34x equals negative r plus, minus 17n. And you factor x out, you get n minus 34 equals negative r minus 17n. X equals negative r minus 17n over n minus 34. Yep, okay. And here. solve for y, and notice the y can actually be combined. Here we get 31y equals t minus d, and this one's relatively easy because you can just divide 31 over, get t minus d over 31. Okay, negative tp times 51 plus z equals dz plus 84, and to the parenthesis you get this, and you need to solve for z, so move z to one side of the equation, get negative pz minus dz equals 84 plus 51p, factor z out, get t minus d equals 84 plus 51p, and you can divide it over and get z equals 84 plus 51p over negative p minus d. And last question for today, 19x plus rx equals negative 37x plus w. You need to solve for x here, so take all the x's and put them on one side of the equation and factor them out. Oh, and you can combine the 19x with the 37x and get 56x plus xr equals w, and you factor x out, you get 56 plus r equals w, and x equals w over 56 plus r. And that's it for today. I hope you learned something from this lesson of Algebra 1, and make sure to check out our website at equity.org, edequity.org, where we have more practice questions and quizzes for you to do. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.